In this video, we are taking the brand new Redcat Apex and we're going to install the bed on it. Redcat offers everything that you need to put the bed on it straight out of the box, and I'm going to show you how to do that in this video. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Troy. This is RoadsideRC. You'll tend to find me bashing or crawling or drifting or racing, plus doing product review videos and how-tos. In order to install this bed, I used a simple pair of needle nose pliers, 1.5mm MIP nut driver, and a knife, a small flat blade screwdriver, and a little handy dandy magnetic screw set. That's it. Pretty basic tools needed for this job. Let's get started by getting that factory cab off the chassis. Of course, all you gotta do is pull the fancy super long pin, which I really do love that. Pull that off and go ahead, pull the body back and over. Now, this could be really simple, except we need to get rid of these body mounts right here. So we have to pull the receiver off, we have to pull the ESC off, and go ahead and of course take the battery out so that we can get to the screws here on the side to get this whole mounting plate off. Using a small flat blade screwdriver to get in there and just wiggle that. Actually, this one, it looks like I might be able to just wiggle it up enough to get to that screw. And the receiver just pops off like that. Taking the 1.5mm driver, we're going to remove the 2 screws right here that hold this whole piece together. Over on this side, same thing. And with those out, this plate just comes all the way off. And on the bottom of it are 2 more screws, and that's going to take that body mount off the top of this little electronics tray. Now this body mount with the dimples plus the 2 screws that were holding it in can go away. We do not need those anymore. But now we're just putting this plate right back in there. Now that plate is back reinstalled, and I just stuck the electronics right back down. That is cool. Bonus here is that it actually does lower your receiver height. So in theory, lower center of gravity, but I don't know how much weight that receiver really accounts for anyway. In the box, there is some spare parts trees, portal covers, diff cover here, some screws, and right over here, not on a sprue, is the itty bitty little body mount. 2 screws that go in, offset little center hole there. You're gonna want, there should be 2 of those in the kit. This rear bumper that came on the truck, now we don't need that. That can stay here. It has a flat on it, which is kind of nice. That makes it easy. But 2 screws on either side here, and we're gonna be removing this bumper. With that body mount free, we're now going to put these mounts on. They're going to mount down and in, line up with little holes right here. These little tabs on this spring mechanism. Boop, boop. That's how that's going to work. You are going to use these little standoff spacer bars that came in the kit that were helping to hold the bumper on. This is what it should look like when you're done. I'm just double checking here off camera. I double checked by just going ahead and sliding the body on, and it slides in, clips in nicely there. But I did have to notice something here. Look, we are right up against the receiver. At first I was actually hitting the receiver and I just had to squish it forward a little bit. This conversion actually physically attaches the cab and the bed together right here, and the markings are actually molded into the body. So I don't know if you can see those on the camera or not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4 that are already open. 5, 6. All of those need to be reamed out to allow a mount to go through them. I have this reamer here. If you don't have one, I'll link down in the video description to one. Okay, that's a lot of holes right there. On either side, we now have them all punched out. So we're going to come through from this side. We're going to stick... I think what I'm probably first going to realize is not all my holes are quite big enough. So they need to be big enough for this plastic to go through here. And oh, it's so close. But yep, that's your gauge. Flatter with a smaller sticky outy part. That's what goes through the cab. So that, you can use that as a gauge. If that goes through all your holes, then you're in good shape. If it doesn't, And then you still need to make your holes bigger. This one is now in through the cab side. And we can line it up. Oh, and of course my holes don't line up very perfectly because I didn't do that very well, did I? So you may have some tweaking to do because you got to get all the holes to line up across the whole thing. I've somehow got my center holes off a little bit here, so I have to make them, unfortunately, a little bit bigger and a little bit, I have to redo them slightly. I'm going to take one of these screws from the bumped up side here. We're going to just go ahead and pop it in there. Set all this here where it should go, get it lined up, and it should make a sandwich out of that whole thing. And we can go ahead and start putting the screws in one at a time. I'm not going to screw it all the way in at first because I want to make sure I have some wiggle room to get the other holes lined up. Look at that. We have the body all assembled. It's nice and strong. Should be good. Now let's do a test fit. We're going to still clip it over the front like we would before. But when we come down here, we're going to use our finger, and just like that. Truck bed fits on beautifully. It looks good. I think it's clearing. I thought it might hit that receiver there, and I guess it's not. It looks like it's sitting down basically right there on top of the rock sliders. And it looks like basically a perfect fit. Check that out. I like it. I kind of like it. I don't know. I like the aggressive look without the bed. I think the bed looks good as well. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments, are you team bed or team no bed? Team more aggressive or team with a bed on it? What do you think? If you have any questions about what I did or how I did it today, please leave them down in the video comments and I'll be happy to answer as many of them as I can. If you are looking at picking up this Redcat Apex, I'll have a link down in the video description to it and also to the different tools that I used today in order to install this bed. So I hope this video was useful for you. Anything else related to this truck is going to be in a Redcat Ascent playlist. It's going to pop up over here to your right, and I hope to see you in one of those videos. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.